All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 73 of the podcast. And this guest, if you're in the 805 Oxnard area, you already know who this person is. And if you don't, you should, because he's a fucking dope ass artist. And that is Omega Nova. And I felt like this was just a really good conversation, and it felt natural. I felt like, we like a lot of the same things, which is really cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this conversation. I did. And before you do, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe because it helps out with the channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. So we're talking about the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
And that song you were singing, Let's Get It Started. Was it originally Let's Get Retarded?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is. That is what the song is, but like for like radio purposes, I think they did Let's Get It Started. And I know it offended quite a bit of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of why they changed it, I guess. But yeah, it was Let's Get Retarded. I don't know why.
Because I know, like, I heard, well, this was back then before, like, streaming services and all that stuff. Yeah. So I would always think that, I heard Let's Get Retarded. I think it was from a CD. Mm-hmm. And then I would always hear it on the radio. It would just say, Let's Get It Started. And I thought, like, it was a Mandela effect. But
yeah. I don't know if that qualifies as a Mandela effect, but it's definitely, like... Because it did happen. You know what I mean? Like a Mandela effect is like something that didn't happen.
No, I thought it was a Mandela effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that shit tripped me out too. I'm like, why would they do that? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I get it. It's like common terminology back then anyway. Not really so much anymore, but yeah, that was...
Well, wasn't a thing like, let's get stupid, or like, it's another thing of
let's get dumb, let's get dumb, fucking stupid, let's get retarded, let's get ignorant, let's get turned. Well, turn's kind of a little different, but it's kind of the same vein, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But you can't really
cancel culture.
You can't have anything nice anymore. Not saying that the R word's nice, but it's just context, man. It's all about context, and people don't know what context is anymore, and it kind of sucks. A lot of people.
Well, I actually do feel that, because a lot of the with interviews, with politics, with just media or anything in general, like you said, context is super important. They'll put like a small clip of something and misrepresent that person.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, and it sucks, you know what I mean? Because, like, people are more complex than that, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel any of us would hate to have, like, our whole personality be boiled down to a 5 to 10 second clip, you know what I mean? Because humans are just way more complex than that. And I understand that, like, and it's just weird, people are very quick to be, like, point fingers or have, like put themselves up on a pedestal, like above other people, being like, look, I'm better than this person. He says this, I don't say this, so give me likes on Twitter, you know what I mean? Like, and people feel validated for that shit, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I have like this theory that, I think it's true, where when you're in school, you're taught to just receive information and like remember that information and not think for yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that people, after they go through the whole schooling system and stuff, they're just programmed and wired to follow that. Yeah.
No, honestly, school it's shit, bro. Like public school, probably private school too. Like it's fucked, bro. Like they don't really teach you anything. It's more like here's some facts of the world. A lot of them are irrelevant to your real life that you're going to have, but just learn these things and we'll promise you'll get out of here. You know what I mean? But they don't really teach you like critical thinking or like how to think for yourself or how to question things. Like they tell you to ask questions, but they don't tell you to question everything. Because when you question the teacher, sometimes like they get annoyed. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I'm just sorry, I'm not following. You know what I mean? If I don't follow, like, and that encourages kids to like not ask questions, and then like that was me. Like, I would like not understand it, but I just would not want to ask questions to like not disturb the class. You know what I mean? Or like draw attention to myself, because like I didn't like the attention on me. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just not. I feel like whenever it gets to that point where I have kids and like I gotta teach them, like I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about that, because I don't feel like I trust the school to explain to my kids what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like half the shit I learned in school, like I don't use in my everyday life. You know what I mean?
Right.
More than half.
Right.
But it's just a fucking system. You know, it's like a prison system before you get to real life. You know, it's just like a fucking babysitter. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
Exactly. That's how it started. Was I believe in like the Industrial Revolution. It started because to create workers, like to get them used to that whole 9-to-5 system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, here, you're going to spend all your time from this time to this time, whether you put in the effort or not. Like, this is where you're going to be. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like a lot of people in the workplace have that mentality still. Like, as I got older, I'm like, there's motherfuckers that are like 40, 50 that still have a high school mentality, and it's scary. I'm like, these are the people raising people. These are the people that are not fucking like that. Like they're just like normal ass people. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, like this is like the average person. You know what I mean? Like they really kind of think about like a lot of petty shit, or they fucking like,
yeah, it's like to compare it to like high school drama, it's like kind of the same shit where like
it's weird, bro.
It is weird.
It's so weird.
You know, it was also funny, we talked about the Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
And once I got this job working at the hospital, it like the role of Homer at his job just made so much sense, bro. Right. like you know how he would be like sleeping
yeah.
Or like just kicking back, like eating donuts and
has
shit.
An important ass job, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's just monitoring this nuclear shit, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I remember, I think it was recently, I was watching one of the fucking Treehouse of Horror episodes. You know what I mean? And he was like asleep at the job, and like fucking people were coming in. He's like just fucking around with shit and stuff, and like,
yeah,
I mean that's kind of how it is, you know what I mean? Like as you get older, you're like, fuck, bro, like why am I working so hard for these motherfuckers when they really don't care about me all that much? You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, it's like my mentality about work is like it's on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Like depending how I feel that day, like I always try to do what I can, you know what I mean? Like I always try to like put my best foot forward, at least, no matter what I do, just because I feel like if I'm gonna half-ass this thing, I might half-ass a bunch of other shit in my life. You know what I mean? I've
been actually thinking about that recently, because it like adds on like to your mentality.
No, for sure, especially because you spend so much time there.
Yeah,
like it really does add on to your mindset, you know. And if you just let yourself be like fuck it to this, like you're gonna say fuck it to a lot of other things.
Exactly.
You know?
It'll like because I've consciously thought about like sometimes I won't do, like I'll kind of not do shit at work. Like I'll always do my work, but I'll like slack off sometimes.
Yeah.
And I consciously try to remind myself, you know, if I have a goal like running, like you know, I'm not gonna stop this time, or I'm gonna run this pace, and you know, and keep it that way.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I feel like it's a balance sometimes too.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's like, you know, like, and like I said, it's not like a day-to-day basis, because like every day, like you can't fucking go ham every day. You know what I mean? Like at your job. I mean, you could. Sometimes your job like won't let you do anything else, but like, if you go ham every day at your job and you come home fucking exhausted, like, fuck, I put all my energy into this job, and I have no energy for myself right now after work. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, I try not to let my job control what I do or how I feel about things, you know, like,
Yeah.
because like at my job, like sometimes like people be like, oh, like you're leaving already, when I could stay for like another hour or so, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, like you don't like money or what? I'm like, you could always make more money, but you can't make more time.
That's the thing, dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I value my time a lot more than I do money, like, which is kind of weird sometimes, because like you have to put that time in to make more money, but I'm like, I just believe in what I'm trying to do over here to like enough that where like I could sacrifice making some easy money over doing some shit that's like gonna help me, you know, live my life.
Like it's like you're working whatever corporation you're working at, you're helping build somebody else's dream while you're there. That, and also the thought of working for an hour and making only like the minimum wage right now is like 15, so like that example, you're working an hour to make $15, and like what can you buy with those $15? You can get like
that's a meal nowadays.
That's a meal.
Yeah.
That's a meal.
Yeah.
So it's like you're working an hour to buy a fucking In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
With a combo and a shake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so it's like perspective as well. Like
exactly.
Like how are you going to spend your time and use it wisely?
Yeah.
In order to either work on your dreams or, you know, help build somebody else's at the same time.
Exactly. And you know, I tend to always I try to choose myself over everything else, you know what I mean? Like, and I try to make it clear to people in my life, I'm like, don't let me choose me over you, or don't put me in that predicament, because I'm not choosing myself every time, you know what I mean? And
right.
Because at the end of the day, it's really just me that has to deal with the things I do, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like if I don't go to work one day, like my mom will be like, yo, like why aren't you at your job, you know what I mean? I'm like, right. Yeah, but like I needed that day to recoup myself, you know what I mean? And like just get shit that I had done, because there's not enough time on the weekends. I work fucking Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, but like shit. And it's like, dog, I gotta do what's right for me at the end of the day, you know? And
for sure,
if they want to fire me for whatever reason, then it is what it is, you know? You gotta, it's knowing that consequence of it too. Like it's like, right. Yeah, that could be a consequence, but like I'm still choosing myself, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying everybody should do that, but like that's just,
if you have a goal that you want to work towards, I feel like that's necessary. Like you have to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and you just gotta literally let nothing stop you, bro. Like, it's especially like work. Like, yeah, we need it. It's a fucking necessary evil. It fucking sucks, but it can't run your life. You know what I mean? Like, it can't rule everything in your life.
Be a productive member of society.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's the thing too, bro. It's like I'm out here, I pay my taxes, I do all this other shit just like everybody else, bro. But like, it's just a little bit more of me that cares more about myself than fucking what it says on paper or like what my paycheck says. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking, I don't know. I can't stop it. Being an artist is like a disease, bro. Like, you can't turn it off sometimes. Like, I can't not think about doing creative shit all the time. Like,
right.
When I'm at my job, I'm always thinking about other shit, you know, like I'm at the point at my job where I could do it like with my eyes closed, you know what I mean, or whatever. But like, and because of that, I'm thinking about, okay, I got to work on this. I got this thing I want to finish. I got to do this video. Oh shit, I got to schedule an appointment with my barber, which is why I'm wearing a hat today. Because I don't go to my barber regularly, bro, and he hates it. I'm sorry, Bethel. Shout out Bethel, bro.
Hey, how long have you been going with Bethel for?
Probably maybe like 5 years at this point now. Like,
I have a barber. Shout out Jose. He's been cutting me up since like
there it is,
2015, 2014.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like he hooked it up, bro. Like when I was like a broke boy, like he's like, hey, bro. He's like, I'll cut you up like hella cheap right now, you know. He's like, all I want is when you blow up, I just want to be your barber still, bro. I'm like, I got you, dog. I'm like, don't trip, dog. I got you. Don't even trip. But yeah, dog, like I there's just so much shit on my mind all the time, and it's a blessing and a curse, honestly. It like just being creative or thinking in those creative ways, like it's tight, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, like I feel like you sacrifice some of your like real life, like close relationships sometimes with like family or whatever, like your girl, or just by constantly thinking of this shit, you know, and it kind of sucks, but
I feel that
it's hard to turn it off, at least for me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always thinking about, all right, I need new beats, I need fucking new raps, I need videos, I need to make merch, you know what I mean? Like, time is of the essence, and it sucks because it's all like a product of social media, you know what I mean? Like, social media is fucking people up, it's fucking me up, I'm a victim of it,
yeah,
which is why I've refused like to get TikTok. Like, I've never had TikTok.
yeah.
Like, when TikTok like was getting popping in like 2020, I was like, no, I drew the line, bro.
And it's even getting more like fucking popular.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Because I thought it kind of peaked around like that time, but it's getting big.
It's worldwide, bro.
Yeah.
And like, it's kind of like I just drew the line, bro. I had too many social medias at that time, and like maybe that's what people are like, oh, TikTok's where it's at. TikTok's where it's at. That's where you need to promote your shit, blah blah. And it may be true, but I just drew the line. I was like, I don't really have all these anymore, but I had fucking Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr, Facebook, fucking YouTube is like a social media, fucking all these random fucking shit. So the only thing I really still like is like Tumblr was tight.
Tumblr was fucking dope, man. At its prime, bro.
Super sick, bro.
What was that, like 2014, 20,
some
like 13,
shit like
there,
that, bro. But like even then, like I would always go on there looking for fucking like photos and like just shit that would inspire me, like to like people making mood boards,
moods.
And stuff. And
that was
exactly.
Thing,
like you go on a fucking you go on somebody's page and it's just like a whole vibe. You're like, yeah, this is a vibe.
Like,
bro.
I like this fucking vibe.
Yeah, it's like I can make a whole album off this vibe right now. Or like I would find a lot of my album covers like that, like just like random pictures on like Tumblr, and then I would like fucking Photoshop collage them together, you know what I mean? Like a lot of those, like you posted my shit today, like all those pictures I found on Tumblr, you know what I mean? And that's like 4 or 5 different pictures that I made, and it was interesting you posted that because like I like
Nimbus,
like I put that out and then like I took it down for a bit, and then I had a couple people,
bro,
like,
I wanted sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to ask you, bro, because I was listening to it, and bro, that shit is like, I feel like it's fucking vulnerable, dude, if it's like that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I took it down just because, like, I was like, this isn't the Omega Nova vibe, you know what I mean? But, like, at the same time, it was me, like, at that time. You said vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, at the time I made it, like, I was, like, freshly heartbroken. I was living on my grandma's couch, recording this shit off of fucking, like, on a fucking Frankenstein MacBook that I was recording. All those bars, all the lyrics recorded on that were recorded on a Beats headphone, like
oh shit,
microphone.
Oh fuck,
the little dongle microphone. Like I'd be like, when no one was at my grandma's house, I'd sneak into my cousin's room, and then I'd like record in there because it was quiet, and then I'd be like just recording my shit. You know what I mean? Like that shit was like made on some like bootleg, hella crazy shit. You know, and like when I took it down, I put it up and I took it down, and then like a couple people hit me up like, yo, like, where is this shit? You know what I mean? And I was like, I didn't like it, blah, blah. Like, and it's not even that I didn't like it. It was just like, I don't know. I felt like it didn't fit. And it still kind of doesn't fit most of the shit that I put out. But, like, at the same time, like that was just me. You know what I mean? Like, that was me at that time. And, like,
it's a time capsule.
Yeah. Like, that's how I look at him.
And the reason why I posted it too is because it's relatable, bro. It's fucking relatable. Because like for me, bro, I'm kind of going through that right now. It's like, bro, like, you know, it's relatable.
Yeah. No, and it was quite interesting just making that shit. And I have like I have this Polaroid that I took of like my setup at the time. And, like, my setup was shit that, like, I would just break it down I'd have to set it up and break it down every time I used it because I was, like, living at my grandma's house, Like, and I was making this shit on her dining room table, you know, when no one was awake. And I was just fucking there in the middle of the night just making shit. Like, my tia and my cousins would be like, oh, you're making a lot of noise, like, you know, at night, like, because I'd be on the beat pad, like,
oh, yeah.
This is like, and like, to me, it's silent. Like, you can't hear the beat pad because I have headphones on, you know what I mean? But to them, all you hear is,
like, at fucking 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, bro, and it was wild, bro. It was a wild time, but, yeah, honestly, I don't regret keeping that out, and, like, I've been recently trying to come up with a follow-up to that, like, and I've had that on my mind for a long time, is coming up with a follow-up to that album.
Shit.
But like on the same vibes, because like I made all those beats like mainly from scratch. Like, I mean,
so
I
made those beats.
Yeah,
that was like synthwave, like,
yeah. Nah, I was on some different shit.
That was some different shit,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, like I had drum loops and shit, but like I would use the keys. I had a guitar, and I might play bass on the keys, or like the bigger strings on the guitar, if anything. But like, yeah, that was all me pretty much, even like the background vocals. And like I was like, you know, there's some shit that I'm like borrowing from, a lot of it I'm borrowing from, but like it was like just how I was feeling at the time, you know. And like,
yeah,
it was a very interesting experience. Like, I haven't made anything like that since, really.
Shit, I mean, it was kind of like, I mean, I would guess it was just therapeutic, bro, just to like just fucking let it out.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, that's how all this shit is to me.
Oh, yeah, for
I mean?
sure,
like,
for sure.
Like, I'll be going to the studio, and I'll be like, all right, I'm fine now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's like scream therapy, you know? Like, because, like, I don't talk how I rap most of the time, and sometimes, like, you just bring that different energy, and you could, like, channel different parts of yourself, you know what I mean, to, like, make shit, and it's just interesting, honestly. It really does help. It really is therapy, and it's a beautiful thing, honestly.
Because I heard I only got to listen to the first 2 projects that you put out.
Yeah.
And the first project,
Prometheus and Bob?
Prometheus and Bob. So the first track, that was a fucking, like, you went, like, the energy of that track was, like, hard. It was, like, straight up fucking...
What's the first... Damn, dude. You don't know the name of it? What's the name of that track?
Nah.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
Let me see.
Pull it out. But, yeah, that was tight to make, too, because, like, at that time, like, I was living with Moth Moses, you know what I mean?
Skies.
Like, oh, Dark Skies?
Yeah.
Coming live from the dark skies, you will never survive. Cut the ties of communication of your local human station. Just send the crew, replace it.
It's like hip hop, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, nah, dude. Like, that shit was tight, bro. Just when I lived at Moth Moses' house, like, I lived there for a couple years, and there we just kind of like bonded and fucking, like, we're really developing our styles, like parallel to each other. You know what I mean?
How did you guys meet?
Well, we went to high school together, but like I didn't know him till after high school.
Oh shit.
Like we had mutual friends and shit, but like it wasn't until after high school that I started meeting with them. Like, and then I had a class with them at OC, and like we would meet. I didn't have a car at the time, but he did, so he would take me to that class, and like fucking, we would like chill, smoke, do our shit, and then go to that class. It was fucking what was it? World Music, I think, was the class we were taking.
Fuck.
And like the dude was like, the teacher was a fucking prick, bro. Like he was a pretentious asshole, bro. I hated him so much, but yeah, it was cool.
You said World Music?
Yeah, World Music.
Was that like more academic?
It is. That's the problem.
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
what I'm
Like,
thinking.
It wasn't like, oh, we're having fun. Like, it was more
it's
like
more academic.
Like, this dude was like, you cannot tell what song is what song based on one note. And I was like, that's not true. Like, I've heard, I could hear the beginning of a song and know exactly what song that is. Like, one note of that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he goes to the piano and he's like, hits like a fucking key or some shit. And then he's like,
that's fucking Kanye West, Runaway.
Right? Right, dead ass, bro. And he's like, what song is that? And I was like, I don't know, bro, but like,
what
like,
the fuck?
like, you just fucking play some random shit on the keys right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck. He's like, exactly. And I was like, I was like, all right, whatever, dog. Okay, like, you're the teacher here. I get it. But yeah, no, it was some bullshit, bro. I'm like, he's a fucking idiot, dog. Like, there's tons of like people in the class are like, nah, I get you, bro. Like, I can hear songs like when you're looking through songs on your fucking iPod or whatever. Like, I'm saying people don't have iPods anymore, but like back when you look through your shit, like you could like shuffle through your shit and you hear the first note of a song, you're like, nah,
bro.
Nah.
You know that one meme? It's like when you enter the car and your music starts playing automatically. It's ADHD by fucking Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that would fucking happen to me.
Yeah, because I think that's in Apple Music, right? They play their shit by like the first.
Yeah,
song.
If it's like in your library, it'll play like the first song.
ADHD, and it's
in your
like
iPod.
ADHD.
Yeah.
A.D.H.D.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So like. Motherfucker had a monopoly on that shit, bro. Like,
he did, bro.
Getting everybody. That I don't have that experience, but there is a song. Damn, I can't remember what song it was. Cause I got into Kendrick late, bro.
Oh, okay.
I like when it comes to like mainstream shit like that. I mean, he wasn't really that mainstream at that moment, but just when everybody's talking about it, like I'm like I just don't fuck with it. You know, it's just a habit.
Well, at least with like mainstream. Are you talking about like mainstream stuff?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Like it's like, cause I'll hear shit and I'm like, all right, this is tight, you know, but I don't know, like I feel like, all right, if everybody's liking this shit, I'm probably not gonna like this shit, you know.
No,
what I mean?
I feel that,
but
I guess for me before like I found out it was through Section 80, and it was through Eddie EAG and his bro would always bump it, and that was before he kind of blew up. Where he was. So
that's crazy.
It was before like kind of like the mainstream. So it made sense.
Yeah, no, like the only thing I was like there before like he blew up was like Tyler shit, like
bro.
I was the creator, you know what I mean? Like in 20, like when he released Yonkers, I was a senior in high school, bro, and like that was like 2011 or something like that, and then I was like, damn, this dude's crazy. You know, he's talking some shit. And then I like fucked with Earl Sweatshirt and shit like that. Yeah. And then like now this dude's fucking like everywhere, bro. And which is tight. You know what I mean? Seeing his growth from like that to this, you know, he's like full-fledged musician now. You know what I mean? And it's,
exactly.
It's crazy to see like 10 years later, this dude's out here really doing some crazy different shit. You know what I mean?
Not even on some like music shit. Some like when he came out with like when everyone was doing like Loiter Squad, like being on a TV show.
Oh yeah.
And then also like clothes, like the golf shit. Like he's on some shit. Like,
he really like set the pace for a lot of motherfuckers out here to like kind of do the same shit when it came to like clothes, music, and like just expanding the brand out to different shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was tight. I remember going to the golf wing store that he had in like on Fairfax. Like,
did you go to the show that he had in Ventura?
I did.
Yeah, I was there too.
I did. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That was tight. I was in the balcony because like I was with some people and we were I don't know. I wasn't trying to get fucking socked in the face in the mosh. You know what I mean? Like, But like we were there and it was crazy, bro. Like when he came to Ventura, I'm like, damn. Like I don't think this will ever happen again. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he did come back.
I don't know. He didn't. He didn't. That was when that was when what's the fucking album? It's with Troncat on it.
Goblin?
That's when Goblin came out. Yeah.
Goblin, and they dropped that Odd Feature Volume 2 tape. Like that shit was hard. I think I still have that on CD somewhere, but like that shit was hard. But I remember when I did go to the store, it was me and my two friends, and like we walk in and there's a sign clearly outside that says no cameras, no filming, no nothing. But so we walk into this shit, my friend's recording like dead ass. This is like 2011. We don't have sleek recording equipment. Like this is just fucking like, you know, screen popping out.
Camcorder?
Like, like dead ass digital camcorder, bro. And like we walk in and he's like, I was like, what's up, man? You know, he's like,
Tyler?
Yeah. He's like, what's up? And, I don't know what the fuck I said. Some hella like weird, cringy shit, bro. Like, and then he's like, It's like, what the fuck? He's like, why you guys walk in here with the camera? Like, you're gonna put this on YouTube? Like, oh, this is me walking to the fucking store. You know what I mean? Like, and like, he was kind of just roasting the shit out of us, but like, we enjoyed it because that's what we expected. You know what I mean? And he was nice enough to take a picture with us afterwards. Like, we asked him, like, yo, could you take a picture? And he's like, all right, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, he gave us a look. But he came out, he put on a fucking golf wing hat, some sunglasses, and like, just kind of hiding himself a little bit, but like, it's tight.
Hard.
Yeah,
Damn,
it was tight. That
hard,
shit's
dude.
still on my IG. Like,
that is hard.
It was cool. It was tight. I was like, damn, he's tight, bro. Like, he didn't have to do that, and we came in hella disrespectful with the camera and shit. Like, he really did not have to do that. But
a lot of the things, I mean, I'm very inspired by Tyler as well, and one of the things that I remember early on was that he would always, he would not always, but he would post inspirational shit like believe in yourself, like believe in your vision, like all that shit. And I don't know, it really helped myself, you know, inspire me, you know.
Yeah.
So
nah,
Tyler,
same.
bro.
Like same with Kanye, bro. Like Kanye, I forgot where he said it, but he's like, if you're a fan of Kanye West, you're a fan of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, cause like he's like, I'm really fucking out here like telling you to just believe in your own shit, like fucking follow your dreams. You know what I mean? And like Tyler's always been on that wave too.
Exactly.
And I'm like, like bro, like fuck yeah, bro. Like I can do this shit. You know what I mean? Like they're talking about how like, yo, this is anybody could do this shit. You just gotta want to do it and put your fucking heart into it and put your soul into that shit. You know what I mean? And like shit will work out however it's supposed to work out. And I think in that Prometheus and Bob project, I said, fuck, I'm trying to think of the bar. I said, trying to be a like rapper, like, oh well, and if it don't work, I'll be sleeping in a motel, like eating Taco Bell. Damn,
shit, you did,
It's some shit like that, and then it's like, but I bet you if I make it, you'll be riding on my coattails. And I was like, damn, bro, like I just been committed to this shit, bro, like for like over a decade now, and I'm like, this is what if it's not what I'm supposed to do like professionally, like it's what I'm supposed to do for myself. You know what I mean? Like it's what I do to help just get by, because this world is fucking so fucked, and like it's my purpose, you know, and everybody I feel needs to have a purpose, and
for sure.
That's mine. You know what I mean? Like rapping isn't for everybody, but like it helps me. And if it helps you, fucking more power to you, bro. Like, it's what it's for. It's just an art form. It's like painting something, you know? And, like, a lot of times, like, people, like, they just look at it as a fast way to make money. And it's, like, really not, bro. Like, I mean, you could, but you really have to do, like, certain shit to do that. And, like, shit, like, people are like, oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. Fucking you'll blow up if you do this. I'm like, bro, like I'm not trying to get a quick blow up. Like I want people who fuck with me for me, and like people who are gonna fuck with me through my vision and whatever I change and whatever I decide to do. Like, or even if they don't, like there's people I fuck with where they have albums that I'm like, I don't fuck with this album, but I still fuck with this dude because he's tight. You know what I mean? But I've always been trying to build something like solid. You know what I mean? And fucking like by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have like 100 albums, bro, like maybe more, like I don't like people are like, oh, like you shouldn't saturate your shit. Saturate my shit how, bro? Nobody knows who the fuck I am. Right. You know what I mean? Like I'm just making shit because it helps me and I like to complete shit. You know, I have a goal. I always set these goals for myself. Like I'm like, all right, I have these songs, let me put them together because they all sound dope together, or they're all put together by the same producer. And like this is that project, you know what I mean? Like this is me at this moment, you know what I mean? And every album I listen to or that I make, I can listen to and like I remember where I was at, you know what I mean? Like based off what I'm talking about, based on just like how the sounds come back to me, you know what I mean? And people associate music like that with themselves all the time. Like you hear albums, you're like, oh fuck, I remember where I was at when I heard this album, you know what I mean? And like I'm the same way. I remember where I was at when I was making that shit, right? You know what I mean? And it's just a part of my life, you know what I mean? I can't stop doing it, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon, you know? Right. But I think it's like you said, it for me, the reason why
I'm drawn towards like artists like Kid Cudi is because he's himself. He's like he makes whatever he wants to make, and he doesn't what's the word? He doesn't fucking, he puts out whatever he wants to put out. And Speeding Bullet to Heaven, in fact, and Wizard were albums that weren't fully accepted. Wizard is my favorite album, bro.
Crazy,
bro. Wizard's my like top 3.
Was so crazy when that shit came out.
Yeah, bro.
Like that album, I was like okay. People are super fans of Kid Cudi, and I don't know if you are.
I'm a super fan, bro.
Okay,
I'm fan.
not a huge fan of Kid Cudi. Like I like his songs. Like he has bops. You know what I mean? He has songs that are undeniably classics.
Yeah.
But I've never been like, I'm gonna listen to this Kid Cudi album. You know what I mean? But Wizard, like that shit was crazy, bro. I'm like, this is tight. Like it was like pushing the envelope a little bit at that time, because nobody was doing like some rock infused fucking Kid Cudi singing type shit like at that time, bro. Like he was just so like you said, himself. And I understand that, and that's one thing I do admire about Kid Cudi is that he's like always himself. Even online recently, people are like, he posted some shit. Somebody.
Oh, I seen that.
You saw somebody fucking said, "Oh, this song, like I love this song."
It was a song I love.
Yeah,
and he took it off of SoundCloud.
Yeah. He's like, I officially released this, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm taking it off. Takes it off of SoundCloud and was like, listen to that shit on here. You know what I mean? And like, but like that's, you can't hate a motherfucker like that, bro. At least he responds to his fans. Some people don't respond to their fans. And like, I know he's tired of that. His doing his Kid Cudi shit. Like, I watch like videos about him. You know what I mean? Like, just because I'm interested. But to be fair, the thing that really turned me off to Kid Cudi was his Nardwuar interview.
Oh, I seen that, bro.
And I was like, bro, why are you gonna treat Nardwuar like that?
I saw that, dude. It hurt me as well, bro.
A little bit, right? I was like, damn, like, don't do Nardwuar like that, bro.
Yeah.
But like, I can't deny that dude's Kid Cudi's influence. Kid Cudi's fucking the way he made waves in like the culture and the fucking world, bro. Like, I think it was Pete Davidson said like, oh yeah, Kid Cudi saved my life. And he's like, if you're between this age and this age, like Kid Cudi saved your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's your rapper's favorite rapper, bro.
Yeah. No, it's definitely one of them, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't, like, so like I said, I'm not a huge Kid Cudi fan, but like I cannot deny his his presence, his influence,
right?
And, like what he means to a lot of people, including myself. You know what I mean? Like Wizard was crazy, bro. Like, Teleport to me, like that song to this day is crazy, bro.
Like I remember he posted on Twitter that was supposed to be like a radio hit, or like he wanted it to be a radio hit, and I guess for him that's
too ahead of time.
It's too ahead of his time, bro.
Too ahead of his time, dog. And like that's just what sucks about it,
dude. Honestly, like that album, that came out in high school for me.
Yeah,
and it helped me out, dude. Like it really helped me out. Like High Off Life.
Yeah.
It's like a dream to me, like Dream Time Machine.
Yeah.
Like it really helped me out. Like just go, like fucking just experience life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, definitely.
Because for me, I was going through a hard time in high school, and listening to that album helped me cope.
Mm-hmm. What year did you graduate high school?
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm 4 years before you. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel you, bro. And like, I feel, to me, always like the best artists are always like encourage you to go live your life. You know what I mean? And like go do your own shit. You know what I mean? And like figure it out. Because like I feel like from a young age, like we're told like, oh, you got to do this, got to get a job, got to get a girl to have kids.
It's like a linear path.
Yeah,
it's like very linear.
Got to go to school to get a good job. You know what I mean? And it's like laid out for you, and like not many people have like been around to be like, just figure it out. Like you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what you want to do. You'll figure out what you need. Because everybody's different. Everybody requires different things to be happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, it's all about just experiencing life to figure out what makes you happy. You know what I mean? And sticking to that and seeing how it could work for you. You know what I mean? And I feel he was one of those artists. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's like you gotta, you know, like I'm here living my life and I'm telling you about it. You know what I mean? So like try to live yours so you could have your own stories to tell. You know?
Right. Like I know you would feel this way because you're doing it, but for me it's like I know exactly where I need to be because it feels right. Like it feels like this is the right thing I need to do.
Exactly.
Like I feel like and if you follow that, like your true north, if you follow that inner voice telling you like this is what I should be doing, you know how I think of it is like I don't want to be like 70, 80 years old and being like, fuck, I should have done this.
Yeah.
Like I should have done this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, bro, because I work at a hospital and it's like I see people that are like, you know, kind of sick, all that stuff, and it's like, damn,
kind of fucks you up. Huh?
It does fuck me up. Like, did they live how they wanted to live?
Yeah.
Like, did they, you know, what kind of regrets do they have? Do they, you know?
Nah, I feel the same way, and like I've worked a shit ton of different jobs, bro, and like you could I feel like you could just kind of look at people and know like that they carry a lot of like regret, or they carry a lot of, you know, like sadness for life, or like they're very spiteful sometimes towards people who are like happy doing what they do, you know what I mean, because they didn't do it themselves, you know, or they didn't follow their dreams, you know. And it kind of sucks because like I feel, you know, I mean, being from here, like a lot of us are like sons and grandsons and granddaughters of like immigrants and shit, you know what I mean? And like they made it out here for a fucking reason, you know what I mean? And like that was to solidify like the family legacy and like being able to just get a good job and all this other shit, you know what I mean? And like so like a lot of people in my family went in that like direction with like a solid job, you know, like working construction or like all this other shit. And like I could have had that life too, but I was like, I can't stop these voices in my head telling me to create and make art, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And that could have been my life. I could have been breaking my back for the rest of my life for fucking 25, 30 years just to have a nice retirement and have a, not, I wouldn't say easy life, but like a life that, you know, I don't have to.
That's kind of set up for you. Like,
yeah,
like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I was like, I just can't do it. Like, I just can't, you know what I mean? And is in that show Atlanta too. One of the characters, he's like, I have a 2 regret policy in my life, and I've already used 1 regret. You know what I mean? So like, I gotta be really careful about what I regret next. You know what I mean? And but yeah, so like, I try not to take anything for granted or try to like regret anything. You know what I mean? I'll choose to do shit and it may not work out how I feel like it, but you know, I would have not known if it didn't work out.
If you didn't try.
Yeah, if I didn't try, you know what I'm saying? Like, probably would have killed me more if I'd been like, oh, what if, you know what I mean? What if I did do that? But turns out I did do it and nothing went of it. But now I know.
Well, even if it doesn't work out, the whole experience that you went through, you know, going through that, it's like you've learned so much from that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's not even an L, it's a W.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, is like you look at those like losses and like they're really not losses, you know, they're just experiences and you just learn from them, you know, like you learn, you move on, you know, like it's just a part of life, you know. And like the more you fail, the more equipped you are to deal with failures and loss in the future, you know what I mean? And it makes just going through life a little easier, you know what I'm saying? Because I've dealt with loss, I've dealt with failure, and like to the point where I feel like I can't be hurt anymore, you know what I mean? like I cannot be hurt. Like I could get the worst news right now and be like, you know, tomorrow's another day, you know what I'm saying? And like you could just keep it going like that, you know what I mean?
I think that's one thing that Tyler said during, it was like a Converse interview, and he was like, yeah, if something I do doesn't work out, it's like, well, on to the next.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's just that's just how he programmed his mind to just think. It's like, what's next?
Yeah, no, because like some people take that first L and then that's it. They never risk anything ever again. Like they just play it safe. They play it cool. Like they don't take any more chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that was that. I didn't like how that felt, but I'm just gonna go do this thing that was planned out for me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
whatever it may be. But to me, I'm like, fuck. I didn't win. I took this L. What can I take from it? Okay, got it. Take it to the next thing we're figuring out, you know?
right.
Oh, shit.
You know what I kind of learned also is that I think it was Joe Rogan that said this. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like through history where if you were in a tribe and you failed or you like, you know, if you failed, then you could be like outcasted from the tribe.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like you can potentially die from that. So I think, so I think it's has to do with some sort of history as well.
Yeah.
From our past, like that, like that ingrained in us, you know?
Yeah. No, that's definitely.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like you really could back in the day. Like if you fucked up, you were dead. You know, like if you fucking were throwing a spear at an animal and you were supposed to kill it.
It's like, bro, you were the guy. You had one job, bro.
You had one job, bro. Kill the fucking cheetah. Now the cheetah is haunting our goddamn village, and it's your fault. You need to get the fuck out of here and never come back. You'd be ostracized, excommunicated from the village, and left to die in the middle of fucking butt nowhere. And it was your fault. You know what I mean? Like, that's hilarious, dude. But today's less consequential. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, so we can take those risks. We can do these things.
That and also the, like, you know, like with social media, it's a balance. Like with social media, it enabled it got rid of the middleman pretty much. You don't have to go through these like giant labels and like giant like corporations or news outlets to promote your shit.
Yeah.
So like that's a beautiful thing about social media.
Yeah.
And we have that now. And then also with our parents and stuff, they didn't have that as well. So I think it's up to us to, you know, capitalize on that.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. Like, 'cause social media, like, it's a blessing and it's a fucking curse, bro. Like, it's a blessing that we could just get our own shit out, like, independently to other people, you know what I mean? But at the same time, there's just so many people who want to do it and that like, that may have more resources than you or whatever, like, that are also doing it. And it's, like, just becomes so saturated where it's, like, what does it even fucking mean anymore? You know what I mean?
I think I heard Gary Vee mention that, like, the more, like, when we were talking about this earlier, the more yourself you are, it's like you're gonna stand out because there's nobody like you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's a very true fact. You know what I mean? And it's like, what can you fucking do? You know, like everybody, that's another thing. It's like, yeah, you could be yourself, but like, turns out like nobody can be exactly like you, but people are very much similar nowadays. Like, kinda, you know. But the thing is, because we all consume like the same fucking memes, the same media, the same shit. You know what I mean? So like, it's hard for you to like. People have individual thoughts. You know what I mean? That's how we get cancel culture and shit. Because everybody's like, oh, he said something that's clearly bad. You know, clearly wrong. But at the same time, like nobody will be nuanced about what the fuck is being said. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like people say crazy shit. Like people talk about Kanye. Like,
okay, let's talk about Kanye. I wanted to ask him.
Like fucking Kanye, like he says crazy shit. We've been knowing this
for sure.
This dude is like bipolar.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
George Bush, yeah, exactly, bro. That was fucking
bro, that was so long
2008.
Yeah,
fucking I don't know when that was, bro. Like,
bro, on live TV, bro.
On live TV next to Mike Myers, who's hella confused, bro. Fucking Austin Powers confused as fuck, bro. Like, he's like, okay, like I don't know, but maybe he's right, maybe he's not. But like, he's been saying crazy shit, dog. Yeah. And he is like. He told us he's bipolar, you know what I mean? And like he like, and it's like, you know, it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, must be a fucking duck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Kanye is just Kanye, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fucking stop supporting this dude just because he says some crazy shit. Like, we know this about him. You know what I mean? And like, whether or not he thinks that, like, okay, like, that's just his opinion, you know. Just because you still want to listen to his music, just because you still want to buy his fucking shoes, just because you still want to do these things and support him, doesn't mean you think that thing of him or the same things as him. Like, you could be aligned with someone.
That is important. That is very important.
You could be aligned with someone, like, and like them, but you don't have to agree with everything they believe. You know what I mean? And like, that's where people are getting so fucking like fucked up now. It's like, you could be cool with somebody you disagree with. Like, disagreeing with people is very important. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is gonna like the same shit because we're all fucking different. And it's like some of the best people I keep around are people I fucking disagree with all the time, bro. Like, but it's like nobody's fucking out here trying to yeah, he said shit that has like been said like by other people a million times.
Fucking Ice Cube, like millions of people.
It's like it's ridiculous, bro. And like, when I heard it, I was like, it sounds par for the course for Kanye at this time. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I don't agree with what he said, but like, I will support his right to say whatever the fuck he wants to say. You know what I mean? Because like, I want to be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Exactly.
And sometimes I feel like I can't, because of how people might perceive it, you know what I'm saying? And like, which sucks, you know. Like, sometimes I'll see some spicy ass memes, you know what I mean, that I would like to share, but I'm like, nah, people might think some shit of me, and it's just how I gotta operate.
You gotta make that finsta.
Yeah, you know, dead ass, bro. Like, there was a point where I had like maybe 4 or 5 Instagrams, and like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, I was like, why do I have an Instagram for this, an Instagram to post? I had a meme account that I was doing for a while, and then like, I was just like, what am I doing, bro? I was like, I'm spending way too much fucking time on this shit. I don't need it. Can I take a piss, bro?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we'll pause. We'll pause.
Okay. All right. Oh.
And we're back
From the potty. Shake that party, that party. All right.
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye, bro.
So,
like,
I mean,
how do you feel about
what I wanted to mention is that what Kanye, I mean, for me, what I think about it is that Kanye, he's doing him. But for me, I think he can go about like explain what he's trying to say in a better way.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, for what he's saying, like powerful people in position, in positions of power, that's 100% a fact, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're Jewish people. I don't know, like, who knows?
Yeah,
right. But there
are
people in power that are
sure.
very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And
you see that
it's
message?
Facts.
You see that message that he got about, like,
I've heard about it, but I didn't know exactly what it said.
It said like, oh, like, you gotta stop talking like this, or like, I'll have you on medication and you won't be able to see your kids, like, and you'll be back in zombie land. Like, what the fuck,
did
bro?
you this is kind of fucking trippy to talk about, but did you hear him say that he sacrificed his mom?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Bro, he said that, dude, and he's like, yeah, man, my mom was sacrificed. Like, you hear about Jay-Z's relative or some shit, like going missing. You hear about, this celebrity's son going missing, and it's like,
there's some crazy shit in this world, bro, that's beyond my knowledge, and
I don't think it's go ahead.
And like, that's why, like, I don't want to be at that level of fame. You know what I mean? Like I just want the money. You know what I mean? Like, the money would be nice. I just want enough money to just survive, have a decent place, plot of land somewhere. You know what I mean? And be able to continue to make music. That's all I want money for. I don't want anything beyond that, where I feel like I might have to sell my soul or sell some of what I love just for some some fucking superficial fame shit. You know what I mean? Like Tupac said, fuck money. I mean, fuck fame. I want the money. I'm a simple man because I don't. It's just messy, bro. Like, I was watching this other like podcast type debate shit where they're like, if I offered you like almost no money, but I told you that the entire world would know who you are, like, would you take that deal? And like in my head, I'm like, nah, bro.
Nah.
No, I don't. I'd rather have as little people as possible know who the fuck I am and what I do. You know what I mean? That's true, man. But I just, like, if I could just make money doing what I love, like, that's really all I want from life. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just going to say that I think that...
You have a bottle opener?
Oh, yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
I think that, I mean... I'm kind of like going down the rabbit hole with this shit, and I think in order to get into positions of power, you have to do those types of shit, where you have to either sacrifice someone, or you have to like even like the children, bro. It's like there's so much like child trafficking going on, bro, and it's like I think that's a part of it, dude. I think that's a part of
been going on too, bro.
Yeah,
like, and it's low-key scary, dog. Like, what's really going on with like Jeffrey Epstein killing himself, bro.
Okay, so now that you mention that, bro, imagine
kill himself, dog.
Imagine,
there's no way.
Imagine, bro, like how the media. So everyone went at Kanye for exposing the fucking truth, right? Whether or not it's Jews, whatever. But imagine if the media went at Jeffrey Epstein the way they went at Kanye. They're not gonna do that, dude.
No, they're not, because he knows too much.
Yeah,
like he knows too much, and he could blackmail the executives of most of these fucking big corporations. You know what I mean? Like, Kanye doesn't have that power.
No.
Like, Kanye, I feel like that's what set him off, is that he's like, he found out he's still like a pawn in the whole grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? And like, he really doesn't have that power that dude had, you know what I mean? And it's kind of disgusting, like, what this motherfucker was able to do, but it's so weird, dog. Like, the world is such a fucked up place, and like, so that's why I just try to focus on like my own shit, you know? Like, I get interested in all this other shit, this crazy outlandish theories and stuff like that, but I try not to like get too deep into it, go too far down the rabbit hole, because I've been there. I have, with a bunch of shit, and I believed a lot of this shit, and like some of it I still do believe, but like I'm like, at this point it's like I can't do much about it, so I just focus on my shit, you know what I mean? But
I feel that, because I mean, recently, maybe like a few months ago, I was down a deep rabbit hole, and I had to step back, because it was just fucking too much, bro. It was like, I mean, they say that like the truth fucking hurts, bro, and I feel like there is some truth in what's going, like what they're saying in those theories, bro.
No, for sure. Like, how is this dude locked up in the fucking max security prison? Cameras happen to go off the moment he killed himself,
and I think
like,
security was sleeping or like some shit like
bullshit, bro. Like, they killed him.
They definitely killed.
They killed him.
Well, I mean, there's fact that the coroner or whoever that guy was said that his neck bones were like, there's evidence that he was strangled.
Yeah.
Like a bed sheet can't do that.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Like, and like that one, I feel like was hard for them to cover up, and that's how it just feels that way, bro. Because like you look at it, you're like, no way, dog. No way he just died, or like it just sucks, bro. Like, cause like,
well, there's like coincidences that happen, and then also like when they raided his home, like evidence started going missing and shit from his safe or something like that.
Bro,
and it's like, bro,
there's shit, bro. There's real motherfuckers out here, dog. That's like,
I think this is important too, to even just spread awareness of it, because most people don't know, like most people don't hear about that.
Yeah, no, and I mean it was a thing in the zeitgeist for like a cool minute,
Yeah.
but like all of a sudden people forget. Like Ukraine, people forgot about
Yeah.
Ukraine. That shit's still going on, bro.
It's still going on, yeah.
Banksy was just there, like
I've
doing
seen
doing
that,
spray
dude.
can and shit, bro. But that shit's
Right.
still going on, and I feel like he did that as like a yo, this shit's still happening, bro. Like, and it's sad, bro. Like how fast we forget about shit. Now everybody's talking about fucking Drake and 21 collab. You know what I mean? And like, which of the memes are hilarious.
All the Drake memes.
Drake can't get a break, bro.
Like the intro, like 21.
Yeah, can you do
Shit
something for me? And they just have him out here looking all zesty, bro. Like, and it's hilarious.
Like I didn't think of that when I heard the album, but when I saw the memes, I was like, this kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, bro. I was like, this is how I felt listening to it, cause like, I'm not a big dude on like whatever's coming out, you know, but like, I fuck with 21 Savage, like heavy, you know what I mean? I fuck with him a lot. I don't really fuck with Drake like that. Like, I never have, bro. Like, I can't I can't deny his influence and his hits. You know what I mean? I can't deny that shit. The dude's got talent for sure, but I just never liked him. And
was it because like, I mean, like you said, like is it like more mainstream stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it was like because it was mainstream stuff, and like I don't know, just to me, the more everybody likes something, the more I dislike something. Like
I feel that, bro.
You know,
I mean, when stuff comes out like new, it takes me a while to even check it out.
Like trap music, bro, it took me forever to get into that shit, bro. I was like such an old head, like at like 21. Like I was like, nah, fuck that. I need fucking hieroglyphics and fucking fucking
fuck the hi-hats.
Yeah,
all those hi-hats.
Like all them goddamn hi-hats, bro. I'm never gonna make music like this, but I have some songs like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I just didn't understand it, you know. And like for me, I feel like I have to understand what the fuck I'm listening to, you know. Like there's people that, and it's like cool now because like just the people that like got weeded out, like, you know, like Lil Pump, like I think I've heard like a couple of his songs, but like he's like not really that relevant, you know what I mean? But the people who are like about it, like Kodak Black, Lil Yachty, 21 Savage, like these people are like they're undeniable. Or like the Migos. Oh well, that's the thing too, is like I didn't really fuck with them for a minute, but like a little bit before he died, like my friend showed me like his other shit he was making, like that wasn't rap, you know what I mean? And I was like damn, I was like, he really on some shit, bro. Like he's like bro. Mad talented, you know?
Yeah. And
then like when he died, I was like, fuck, that's fucked up, you know what I mean? Like that's super fucked up. Or like even Mac Miller, like I wasn't fucking with Mac Miller for like a cool minute, and then like it wasn't till like Movies with the Sound Off that I was like, all right, like he's actually kind of dope, you know? And then like fucking Divine Feminine and fucking Swimming in Circles, like I was like, damn, even Good AM I didn't really listen to, you know what I mean? But like, and then but that's one where like when he passed, bro, like that hurt. Like
it did.
It didn't really like a lot of the other hip hop deaths didn't affect me, but that one hurt, you know? I was like, fuck, bro, like he was well on his way to be like legend, and he was in his own right, you know what I mean? But because like he's been out since I was like a sophomore in high school, like in 2009, bro, like and like I just never fucked with them like that. But like later in his later years, I was like, all right, I fuck with this, you know? And it was just sad, bro, that we're just losing people. Or even like fucking Takeoff from the Migos, like that shit's like, I've never been like crazy about the Migos or anything, but like you can't deny their influence or their talent, you know what I mean? And
100%.
like it just like fuck, bro, like for no reason. Like it's sad.
The one death that like hit me hard was X's death, because he was like, his trajectory, bro, of where he was headed was like insane. Like I mean, he like for like I feel like, I mean, he can be compared to Tupac in the fact that like he had the listeners' ears and hearts of like the youth, you know? It's like that. I feel like in this generation, that's what he had was that the youth's ears and hearts.
He had them like grasp of him, you know, and spreading positivity. And like I understand, like from what videos and shit I've seen about him, like he wasn't like always like the best person, but he was on his way to becoming the best version of himself, you know what I mean? And like that's always what's sad, is when someone's making that change in their life and they just get snuffed out for no reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over some money, or over some fucking something he had that other people didn't have or didn't want to work for, you know what I mean? And just sad.
Yeah, bro. Even with Mac's death, bro, it's like that was a tough one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was like watching videos about his death and shit, like it just makes me sad, bro, because like you know he didn't want to die, you know.
Well,
like,
you know what's trippy is that in his music he would talk about that, dude.
Yeah.
Like he would talk about death a lot.
Yeah,
dude.
it's crazy, bro. And like I feel like that's a part of it. That's why I try to be careful about what I say about
exactly
shit like that, you know, because it does come back somehow. Like it's like just putting it into the universe, you know, that energy, you know, it always comes back somehow. Like but you could tell Mac was just really fucking. He was just going through it, you know what I mean? Like he was just really like disturbed person, and like as much as that, like he didn't want that, you know, it's just how it worked out for him at that time, and it's super sad, you know.
You know, like I believe he said in one of his songs that he he would be found dead in like a prayer position, and I think like that's how he was found, bro.
Yeah, no, bro, like fuck, it's just so sad, because like I remember they were talking about the like his last moments of like him being alive, and like how like
like it went through all the tech, like the Insta DMs and stuff.
Yeah, all the DMs and shit.
That.
He was like, you know, trying to do this shit and whatever, and like apparently like his shit was laced and all this other stuff, or he took too much, or like he had like a girl over, wasn't even like trying to do anything like that. He was just talking to her, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, bro, this dude, he's just sad, bro. He's just sad, lonely at the top, bro. Like, and it's just fucked up, you know? It's just really fucked up.
Yeah, and then even like he fucked with Earl Sweatshirt a lot as well, and even like Kendrick, I think he was the one who brought Kendrick on tour, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. Or Vince Staples too. Like he was telling
Vince Staples.
He was telling Vince Staples, he's like, dude, you gotta do
he can
this
rap.
shit, you know what I mean? Like he's like, you know, bro. But he's like, nah, bro. And like all these people are fucking like goats, bro. Like Vince Staples, goat. Earl Sweatshirt, goat. Kendrick's the fucking goat, bro. Like and that's all like West Coast shit, you know what I mean? And like,
you know, it was cool too that Mac was like about hip hop, bro. Like
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was like of the culture, bro.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people had respect for him, because a lot of times it's like, oh, who's this white boy and trying to rap, you know? But he was like, when you hear like his singing or his raps, bro, like you're like, oh, this dude's like, he's about it, bro. Like he gets it. Like he's in the culture enough, like where he knows what he's trying to do and like where this has come from and all this other shit, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I feel like people didn't look at him like that. Not that that really happens these days, but you know what I mean? But
back then, because I've read the book Most Dope by Paul Cantor.
Yeah.
And he like it goes through his history of music from like, you know, going from a kid to, you know, where he started or where you know, the end of his career. And one part, it was a transition from Blue Slide Park to Macadelic, where he like he started making music more, because before it was more like positive, like happy, more and then after when Macadelic came out, it was more like hip hop. It was just different, and I don't know, like I don't even know where I was going with that. It was just like a different,
just about hip hop, you know what I mean? Like he's really about that culture, you know, like and I even felt that way about like trap artists, you know, like some of them I was like bro, this is what the fuck they talking about, you know what I mean? Like, but it's I don't know, it's just I guess it's just my ear, you know what I mean? And it's just what I'm attracted to as far as like music. And like Trippie Redd, bro, like I don't know a single Trippie Redd song except Rap Like Me. And and that song, like he's rapping over like a fucking like boom bap type like hip hop beat, you know what I mean? And like when I heard that shit, I was like, damn, he could rap. You know what I mean? And I was like, he's not doing all this whatever shit, but like I was like, damn, that's fucking dope, you know? And
I'm not gonna lie, his singing shit, or his album Life's a Trip, is dope as fuck, dude. Yeah, it's dope. It's one of my favorites.
Really? Yeah. Like I said, I just don't delve into it like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or even just hip hop in general. I really don't listen to it anymore unless it's like old.
What's some of the stuff that you kind of grew up listening?
Like hip hop wise, or
just music in general?
A lot of things that I could remember from, like, I remember driving around in my parents' car, and my mom had this big ass folder of CDs, and like I would sit in the front between my mom and my dad, and like I would always go through the CDs and try to like look for shit I want to listen to, but like the like standouts in my head were like she had like this DJ Quick album we used to listen to a lot. And
what the fuck?
Nah, for real. And then she had like D'Angelo, and then Shaggy. Like It Wasn't Me. Angel. What girl? Yeah, Angel. Like
you're my dog.
Yeah, Angel. That song. And fucking she had Santana. In there. Fucking I forgot the album, but it's like hella colorful and shit. Those are like some of the ones I like really remember. Like, oh, can we listen to this? Can we listen to this? But like, I grew up on a lot of different shit. My dad used to listen to a lot of reggae, like Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, shit like that. You know what I mean? My brother would listen to like G-Funk, you know, like fucking Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg. Even my parents would listen to Snoop Dogg. I remember my dad had Doggy Style CD like stashed somewhere. Like we couldn't listen to it for some reason, but like I always looked at the album cover. I'm like, yo, this is hard. This is tight. You know what I mean? And like, so I just grew up on a bunch of different random shit, you know. And it wasn't until like 6th grade I had a friend who had like LimeWire and shit, and like he was listening to like underground like hip hop and shit, you know what I mean? And like he laced my fucking MP3 player with a bunch of fucking like Cage, Immortal Technique, Atmosphere, Loop Pack, and Quasimodo, like Far Side, just like all that like underground shit, you know what I mean? Like, and that's when I was like, yo, this is different. Like this is something I haven't heard before, you know, and this is something I felt like I could do, you know, or like it's just really called to me. I listened to a lot of Wu-Tang too, and like when I was like in junior high, you know, like I was like fucking just bumping fucking 36 Chambers or the best of Wu, like some great album. I had the Wu-Tang manual in like fucking elementary school. I want to get that book again. It was so good, bro. Like, and in the back of the book they had a whole fucking glossary of like all their fucking terminology and shit, and I used to just fucking love just saying these random ass terms they had, bro, like back in the day. Like I can't quite remember anything. All I remember is that they had like at least 7 to 10 different words for pussy, and like and I was like, damn, that's crazy, bro. Like I had no idea. But there's a bunch of fucking different like shit on there, and it was just tight, bro. Honestly, like it was just shit I felt connected to, you know what I mean? Like, because back then people were fucking like bumping like Little Rob and fucking
Summer Nights,
Frankie J, and you know what I mean? Like it was just cool, you know. It was cool. That was like, I think one of my the first concert I ever went to was like a Frankie J, Baby Bash, and Nina Sky concert, like in like sixth grade, I believe, 6th grade, and I went with some homies and his dad. You know what I mean? I remember I bought a fresh pair of Chucks, fresh Pro Club, to go to this concert at the Oxnard Performing Arts Center.
It was a white pro club or a black one?
I think it was a black pro club.
Extra fucking large.
It had to be big, bro. It had to be big back then. Yeah, like, but it was quite an experience, but I was like, this is cool, but you know, it's just all, you know, just where we grew up, part of it. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't until I got older and I started finding people that were into the same type of music I was. You know what I mean? And like when I was a junior in high school is when I moved schools and I linked up with this dude, shout out Ish, fucking, who I knew in junior high, but he was like doing his rap shit at that time, and he's like, yo, just come kick it with us, like do some rap shit. And I wrote my first bars like for like some shit, like I wrote it over like a Jedi Mind Tricks beat, and like shit. I just wrote some bars, and then I went to his house and just spit it, you know what I mean? And I was just on some like fucking poetic shit, you know what I mean? Like I didn't really know. It really is like a poem, but that it just rhymes, and like I just set it over the beat.
It's like a haiku or some shit like that.
Some shit like that. Not that structure, but like
I'm just kidding.
It's just interesting. I was like, all right, that was the first taste of what I could do, you know. And I made like 9 to 10 tracks over at his studio, like his house studio, you know what I mean? And yeah, and I was like, all right, if I don't blow up off these 10 tracks, then rapping's not for me. You know what I mean? And then like I just did those tracks, and then like I didn't rap for a cool minute, and then it wasn't until like I got in college, and then I was like, okay, let me try this again. You know, like I want to do music, you know. Then I started making beats, started rapping over my beats. Like actually I wasn't even rapping over my beats at first, because I was like, I can't rap over my beats, they're trash, you know what I mean? Like my beats were too trash for me to rap over. But
so college was what year?
For me, college was like 2012, 2013.
Okay.
Is when I started going to college. Like I graduated 2011. I think I took like the summer off or whatever, and I was just kind of getting a late start on college shit for me, like 2013, 2011. So 2012. But yeah, I got that FAFSA money, and then I bought a computer, and I was just interface and a mic, and I was like, all right, let's do this. You know? Fucking Blue Yeti type shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, or Snowball actually.
Oh,
not even a Yeti, a fucking Snowball. But yeah, and then I made another project off that. That's just, it's all still out there. Everything I've ever made since I started making music is out there.
That's hard.
Like, I just don't promote it like that. It's on a different Bandcamp. But like, just cause like for me, you know what I mean? Like if I ever want to go back and listen to it, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's very good. Like I just feel, I'm just glad that I have like the first track I ever recorded like on the internet somewhere. You know what I mean?
That's hard. Yeah.
Because some people don't, and like they're like, oh, I don't even know where this is at, blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm a hoarder of like shit that I create. You know what I mean? Or like, well, the good thing about music is I could just store it in the cloud somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not like a painting where I have to fucking physically store that shit in my house or something. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But I like to just be able to look back on it. You know what I mean? And be like, damn, this is what I had to say at this time when I was fucking 17, 16. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's all out there. I just don't promote it like that.
Well, even for like people that want to look back at your shit, it's like it's out there.
Yeah.
You know,
like that's how I feel about it. Like I'm like, if they really want to find it, you could. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But like, and it's like, if you're not that interested, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Like I think Mac Miller's first mixtape. It was when he was known as Easy Mac. Mm-hmm. I had because I was reading his book and I was like, bro, I want to listen to this shit.
Yeah.
And it's cool because I found it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
And you're just like, damn,
it's like
this
whoa,
is what
like
he sounds like.
That's where he was at that time.
Yeah. You know, I watched that video of him when he was like fucking, I don't know, had to be like 6-7 years old, and he's like rapping fucking Rapper's Delight, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
And I was like, this is fucking adorable, bro. Like, this is like a tiny little Mac Miller, like just showing love for the rap, you know what I mean? Like, he understood what it was at that time, and he was like it just blows my mind away. I'm like, damn, he was like, he really was gonna do this, you know what I mean? Like, this is what he was meant to do. He, like, it was drawn to him like that early, you know?
Fuck.
And it's tight. You ever see that?
I have not seen that.
I'll see if I can find it and send
Bro,
it to
we
you.
should let's pull it up.
Pull it up.
But yeah, it's cool. And also, before I pull it up, it's cool that it's out there because, like, I mean, at least for me, it's like you can hear the progression as well.
Yeah.
Like, 100%.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And I've always been a fan of that. Like, okay, I was here at this time. Where am I at now? You know what I mean? Like, I would this younger me be proud of this newer me? You know what I mean? Like, and I'd be like, yeah, you think I'm cool. Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was right there.
Okay.
I think
one?
Oh,
that's a freestyle. That's the freestyle.
No, go down.
Oh, this one. No.
He was like that age though.
What?
Uh,
Maybe it's like the intro or some shit.
Maybe.
Oh shit.
I never take a day off. Work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off.
Damn, R.I.P. bro.
R.I.P. dog. No way, bro. I didn't think it'd be this hard to find.
It's that Mandela effect.
It doesn't exist. I'm like, bro. Kid, yeah. Oh yeah. Mac Miller as a child dropped a beat.
A test on rapping to the beat. Meet the groom and my friends are gonna try and move their feet. Now I am one of mine, and I like to say hello to the black, white, red, and brown, purple, and yellow. First you gotta bang, who said upside
Russian records, bro.
bang, booty over the beat.
Crazy.
Rock, you don't stop, and make your body rock. Now I am one of mine, and I brought two friends along. Stand over there. Tick-tock, come on and sing your song. Little ladies feel the word fight for my delight. Climb the red grasses.
Like, that's him, bro. That's crazy, dog.
PMC. 3MC, so chug the house for the young ladies. The women do. The ladies fight for my delight.
Getting paid off.
I guess it was an intro or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's him, bro, doing Rapper's Delight. Like, as a fucking, I don't know, I'd say he's like 8, 9, 10 there. But, like, it's just sick, dog. Like, you could tell he really had a love for this shit, like, at a young age. And
Right.
it's super cool.
Damn, man. Even you started is it ZFX Records, right?
Yeah.
And that's yours? You started that?
Pretty much, yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, in high school, I used to draw a lot. I don't really draw as much today, but I wouldn't pay attention in class, and I would just draw a lot. And, like, I would just make shit up in my head. Like, so I would draw, like, these, like, planetscapes and, like, weird characters, and, like, I just made up a planet called Zephyr X, and it's just always been in, like, just been a part of my, like, lore, I guess, you know. And like, I just always kind of kept it, like, around, you know. And, like, for a minute, like, it wasn't ZFX. Like, I was doing, me and Aaron had Staghorn Studios, you know what I mean? And, like, that's a Futurama reference too, but, like, and that's where we were putting out music. And, like, for a cool minute. Like that's another Bandcamp. I have like 3 Bandcamps with like just my history of like shit that I've done. You know what I mean? And like Staghorn Studios is one of them. And it wasn't until like I was done with Staghorn Studios, like I moved out of Aaron's house and shit, and I was like, all right, for sure, like that era's kind of done, you know. So I started the Zeph X shit just because like I was gonna do Zephyr X, but like Zeph X for branding and shit, you know, it should be either one word or 2 syllables, you know what I mean?
Right.
But so that just came about from my own like mind, kind of like I have a song called Zephyr X, and like it kind of explains what Zephyr X is, you know what I mean? And like that was I don't think it's out anywhere like streaming wise. It's out on fucking Bandcamp somewhere, but like streaming wise, like I don't think you can find it. And yeah, it's just something I started. I'm like, all right, like this is the new shit that it's a new chapter basically, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I was doing this shit with my friend first, wasn't really feeling it, and then I was putting out my own shit, and then I linked up with Aaron, and then we started developing our style under Staghorn. Then after that, it was Zeph X, you know, and like I still have that, like it's still like it's still something I'm still putting music out under, you know, but like recently I've just been doing a lot with like the Greenhouse and fucking Miggy and Connor and shit like that, and like just kind of just doing different shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm going a lot more harder with it, because like before I would like take my time with a lot of stuff, like not that it needed that much time, but sometimes like, you know, it's ready when it's ready, you know. And like now I'm just kind of on go time right now, you know what I mean? Like I'll be hitting these dudes up every day, like, hey, you in the studio, hey, you in the studio, hey, you in the studio, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
because like I mean I'm still trying to like, you know, we're still trying to get that studio and shit, you know what I mean? Like, because I still need that, because sometimes they're too busy for me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I still need my spot, you know, like I need my own spot to be creative, you know what I mean? Like there I could just lay my shit down, you know what I mean? But like as far as like being creative myself, like I feel like I always need that, you know, like I feel like it's good to have your own spot where you can breathe and let go and
kind of be on your own and
do
exactly
shit. You know what I mean? Like without the crunch of time, you know what I mean? Like because now I'll go to the studio, like, because like even to this day, like if you give me time, like back then, like if I could take like weeks to like months to write a verse or write a song, you know, and like I could still do that, you know, but like just being in studio lately has been like sparking like something out of me where I'm like, all right, like I'm here, it's go time. Because a lot of times I'd work at home, you know, so a lot of distractions,
kind of,
you know, and like it's bad to like try to separate, or it's harder to separate, like, okay, like I should be working right now, or like no, I'm at home, I need to relax, you know what I mean? But like here it's like, all right, I go to the studio, like it's go time, you know what I mean? Like no distractions, like this is what I'm doing for the next hour or two, you know what I mean? And like I'll just go ham, just play the beat, just write some shit, and I'm like, all right, let's lay it down, you know what I mean? And like and I've been liking the results I'm getting, you know, like sometimes I might not like something, but I could always still go back and change it, you know, and do something, you know. But it's like I feel because in the past I took longer to make shit, like it was harder to go back and be like, oh, I gotta change something, you know what I mean? I'd be like, I labored over this for how long? Like, do I really want to change something about it? Or like, you know, but at the same time it's like, nah, it's fine, you know, like I did it, like that's what it was. Like I don't know, it's hard, like just trying different creative tactics and like avenues, you know what I mean? Like for me at least. But I'm kind of liking the direction I'm going now, because like I just feel more productive, you know, like I'm going to the studio, I'll be here there for like a couple hours, and like we'll crank out some songs, you know what I mean? And like
right
and it's less like stagnant, rather than like me, like I'll write a few bars and be like, damn, I want to play PlayStation right now, let's fucking hit up, see who's on, you know, and then I'll fucking do that, and then like get distracted, or like I'm trying to watch this new YouTube video or whatever. Like it's just so many distractions when you're working at home, you know. So like I
feel that
when you have like a separation of like your work and, you know, like your your relaxing time. You know, once you get to that work zone, like you're like, all right, it's work time. You know what I mean? And it's like putting on a uniform. You know, like
100%. No, 100%.
Because like you could work and like sometimes when you put on a uniform, like you just put it on and you're like, all right, like this is what I'm doing. Like I feel professional now. Like I have a uniform at work. I don't have to wear it every day, but like sometimes I'll wear it and I'm like, I notice I work better. You know,
that's the same shit for me.
It's crazy.
I'll be in like plain clothes and shit, and sometimes I'll feel like putting on the uniform, but that's funny that you say that.
It's what it is, bro. Like it's something we train ourselves to do. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know, when you play sports, you know, you put on that uniform, you're just like, all right, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? And just putting on a uniform, like it's going to the studios like that. Well,
also being surrounded by other people as well that are like lasered in and focused on what they're doing, it's inspiring as well, bro. It's like they're doing their shit, they want to be the best at what they're doing. Let me do that as well.
Exactly. You know, like, and that's kind of how like me and Quest came about doing our Unique Village shit, because like I would play games with this dude all the time. Like I met him like 2018 2019, and like we made a couple tracks back in the day, you know what I mean? But we would play a lot of like GTA together and shit. You know, we just grind out shit, make money on GTA. Talking about, we gotta make the collab project. And like it was really him like pushing me to like be like, come on, bro, like let's do this. You know, like we recorded it all at my house. You know what I mean? Because like he like there wasn't any reliable like studio people he could find, you know what I mean? And I was like, I record this shit at my house, like it sounds decent, I can make it sound okay, you know what I mean? But like it's not nowhere near as like professional, but like there's something about the raw sound, you know what I mean? Like and like it's like I don't know what I'm doing like as far as mixing and shit, but like I just do it by ear, and if it sounds good to me, like it sounds good, you know. I'll do it, testing the house, testing the car, and testing the headphones, you know what I mean, just to get the vibe, you know what I mean? But like, and it was just tight working with him like that, because like he kind of lit that fire under me to be like, let's go, like, or he'll be like, hey, come through to my house and like we'll just sit and write all day, you know what I mean? And like we would sit and write like 3 different songs and then keep moving, and then like I'm like, all right, for sure, like I could get with this, you know what I mean? And like and he's younger than me too, so like he just brings that extra like young energy that I need to like keep going, you know what I mean? And like that's how I feel working at the greenhouse too. Like all these dudes are like they're trying to do shit, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm trying to do shit too, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like fuck, like we're all pushing right now towards this goal, you know what I mean? And I'm like, we could all take each other there, you know what I mean? Whatever that may be. But
just iron sharpens iron, bro. It's
exactly.
It's like I've experienced that too with working with the Stu crew, bro. It's like, you know, Drix, Ty, Hector, fucking Heck, Adaptive. It's like they're, you know, what they do when they're writing and shit. It's like it pushes me to become better as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Know? And then even like, you know, like just being in the studio, you know, the beats playing, like fucking. You see the Hector on the phone fucking writing. I'm like, bro, I want to fucking write too. It's like,
exactly. Like, fuck, all right, bro, all right, this is what we doing. And then you hear somebody say, be like, okay, this is what we doing right now. That's how you feel right now. Okay, all right,
Some Drix will fucking lay down the hook. I'll be like, yo, that's just fucking tight, bro. Like,
bro.
Let me work off that.
Shit's sick, bro. Like, and it's so tight, and like. That's kind of how it was like back in the day for me with like Aaron, and we had a couple other MCs we were like rocking with and shit. We'd always like, you know, just try to make each other better, you know, friendly competition type shit. That's how it was with Quest, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, bro, like you be out here fucking singing these hooks, you be out here rapping and shit. Like, all right, like I gotta come extra hard with the bars, you know what I mean? And he's like, I'll write some shit or I'll spit it. He'd be like, damn, bro. He's like, that's what we doing. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I gotta carry some weight on this. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta do something. I can't let you do all the heavy lifting right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro. And it's just good to have that, bro. It is. That's why I'm glad. Like, even when I came around the Stu crew, bro, like I got the same vibes. You know what I mean? And that was like such an era, bro. Like before the fucking COVID and shit like that, bro.
Right.
Fucking. Or even after that too, like the Top Flight shit, like
that was,
fest,
dude.
bro. Like it was so crazy. Like I mean, I know y'all still, a lot of you still doing your shit, you know what I mean? But, like, just at that time, it was just like...
It definitely was an era, like you said, bro. Like,
it's just crazy how it comes and goes, bro. And you don't realize you're in those good times till the good times are gone, bro. And I've had that experience so many times, so, like, I'm kind of getting better at, like, knowing, like, all right, this is it right here. One of those moments, you know what I mean? Where, like, I got to just go ham because, like, it's not always going to be here, you know what I mean?
That is facts, bro.
It's fucking tight, bro. I just love making music.
Yeah, man. One of my friends wanted to ask, Marky, shout out to Marky.
Shout out Marky.
Where do you see yourself in like 3 to like 5 years, bro?
3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. I am hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna still be here, like in the city or whatever, but I do want to. I want to buy some plot of land and like just have like a refuge out there, you know what I mean? Like where I could bring the homies through and like it's fucking like I have a studio out there and it's fucking, we're just out in the middle of the woods somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, and we could just make music and vibe out and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's kind of what I want to do. As far as like where I'm at in my career, I'm not sure, bro. Like, honestly, like I try not to think about it like that because if I don't hit that, then I'll be sad, you know what I mean? So like I'm just kind of like, you know, all I can do is explain or express what I want for myself at that time, you know?
Right.
Not where I expect to be, because like expectations could lead to heartache and all this other shit. And like I would love to be fucking have to just being paid for just making music, you know? That's my main goal. Like I don't want to be fucking anywhere crazy. Like I'm not trying to be the next Drake or some shit, bro. Like I just want to be me and make my music and hopefully have enough people to fuck with me and follow me to where I could just survive off that, you know what I mean? Like, cause like I'm still working a fucking day job, bro, you know what I mean? And like this shit sucks, and it like I'm like all these hours I put into this job, like I'm like I could be doing so much more for myself, you know what I mean? Like if I had those times, but like you gotta pay bills, you gotta do fucking adult shit, and it sucks, but it's what it is, you know what I mean? It's just part of life, you know?
Yeah.
Especially so many people doing this shit, you know?
That is true, man. Oh fuck, dude. I think I'm gonna end it here, bro.
Fuck yeah, bro. Honestly,
it was dope. It was a long time conversation. I know, man.
It's a long time coming, bro.
For real. We will find that spot. Like I'm still we're still looking for that spot. So
yeah, no, let me know
whenever it happens.
Yeah, let me know, bro. And I'll be around. I'll still be around. This ain't the last you heard from me.
For sure.
Like, you know, it is what it is. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise, bro.
You always have tight conversations, things to say, and you know, you're a pleasure to be around, and I appreciate you,
bro.
Man. Thank you.
Like the conversations, I feel like it's like there's a lot to fucking just talk about, dude. So
there's too much to talk about.
There's too much to talk about.
Too goddamn much to talk about.
Not the last one, bro. So anywhere people can find you, like Bandcamp, anywhere.
Bandcamp. Most of my stuff is on zfx.bandcamp.com. If you really want to support and like download my music, pay for that shit. If anything, just follow me on Instagram, omega.nova. Follow Unique the Village. That's the new group with Quest. We just dropped a 9-track project not that long ago on Halloween, actually. Yeah, bro. Soon you'll see me everywhere. I'm just trying to do a bunch of shit, make a bunch of music, and, you know, hopefully some of it reaches their ears. And yeah, just Omega Nova. Just look that up. There's a motherfucker on YouTube named Omega Nova who makes like Roblox videos or something. I'm not him. That's not me. ZFX or Planet ZFX on YouTube, but ZFX Records on YouTube as well. Planet ZFX. I have a documentary out there about the loot pack, so check that out if you haven't. But yeah, honestly, like Omega Nova. Just anywhere you listen to music, that's me.
You see it.
You see it. You see the vibes.
You see the vibes. Thank you, bro. Appreciate your time, bro, and,
Thank you,
the fucking
man.
conversations that we
Appreciate
have. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
See you guys. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.